Hey everyone, I'm just going to take a few minutes to go over writing your conclusion. At this point, you should have completed your introduction, your body paragraphs, and at least started on your conclusion. Your conclusion is due tomorrow, which is Friday, the 24th of April. Once you complete this, I'll go over how to submit your essay. Some of you've already done that, but I just want to make sure you understand how. What we need to talk about here is that the different parts of your conclusion paragraph. In your DBQ, it says to restate the thesis first, which is totally fine. Here, it is asking us to restate the topic. So what that means is you're addressing the question of the DBQ. How does one speak the unspeakable? Again, that is just what literary devices the authors use to demonstrate, to help us understand what happened during the Holocaust, how horrible it was for them. Here, restating your thesis, you're saying what your thesis was, just changing it around a little bit. That's your chicken foot, the thing with the line and then the 3 topics, which were your 3 buckets. So using different words, restate your thesis and key points. Again, key points, those were the buckets. This should be a restatement of what you've already written. And then this is the part where most of you are like, I don't know how to do this. What does that mean? This is your final thought statement. You're wanting to leave the reader with a lasting impression. This can be a call to action, an argument, if you're writing an argumentative essay. But this can also, I think in this sense, you want to address how these techniques, the purpose of them was to help us understand how horrible the Holocaust was and to prevent it from ever happening again, because the awareness of it would stop this from occurring again in the future. So this is bringing the paper full circle, providing into something larger. So that's how is this going to impact society? Why is it important? These are examples of how the paragraph should be set up. Again, this is having to do with trying to convince the reader that the traffic light is a great invention. I just want you to make sure that your paragraph follows the same sequence. If you notice here, you have restate the topic as blue, restate the thesis as purple, and final thought is green. It's just that order, so you want to make sure you have it in that order. When you restate the topic, it isn't necessary to begin with in conclusion and summary, all in all, but you can do that. There is, I'll show you in just a minute, there are some sentence stems, sentence starters on the DBQ outline that will help you. So just make sure that when you restate the topic, you use similar words from your essay. You make your audience understand why the topic is important. Avoid adding new information. Your conclusion is not where you're going to add any new information. There shouldn't be any citations or quotes or anything like that. It's just a simple end to your essay. So when you, and I'm going to post this on the assignment as well, but once you get through this, you can go to your DBQ website, again, Horry County Schools. Now, please make sure that you're logging in through Clever. Student Learning Commons. Now, I've already logged in, so I don't have to do it, but if the badge comes up, you just click Log In with Active Directory, DBQ Online, and yours pops up from the student view. I'm going to go through my view and show you what this essay builder looks like for the conclusion. So at this point, you should have done your buckets. Each of these buckets, you should have found the evidence that you're going to put in your body paragraphs. Make sure you cited it. You should have your introduction and all of your body paragraphs complete. And this is your conclusion. This is very simple. Again, they say restate your thesis first, which is totally fine. Summarize the key idea of your argument. So this is kind of switched. It's basically the same thing that was here. So they switched these things, which is fine. You can do it either way. I don't mind. And then add a fresh wrinkle to your argument. This is that idea of a final thought or statement. What I want to remind you is when you create a conclusion, when you're writing your essay, the idea is that your introduction should be, I'm going to try to draw you something here, bear with me, should be start with a broad statement for the introduction. So if I were to insert a drawing, here we have some shapes. So let's use this. All right, so you have, the idea is that your introduction, whoopsie, your introduction should be an upside down triangle. So it starts off with the broad statement, and then the chunk of your essay would be just the square, and then your conclusion should be a triangle that's the correct way. Now the idea is that the point is your thesis. I know these are really horrible triangles, but your thesis is the point. And this is just a visual. I might be confusing some of you, so just fast forward through this if it does confuse you. So the thesis is the point. So when you restate your thesis in the conclusion, you're restating it at the beginning of your conclusion, whereas it's at the end of your introduction. So I hope that helps. And then the broader statement. So you start off with a broad statement, like that was the facts or the question being asked, and then the end of the essay is also a broad statement. I know this is crazy, but it's just how I was taught in high school, and it always helped me when I was thinking about how I needed to lay out my essays. So make sure that your conclusion is in the correct order. Once you've done all this, you just click Build Essay, and there's nothing in mine, so it's not going to work, but it puts all of that you typed in this kind of document, a Word document, and you can change anything in this. You can add, you can take away, edit, and revise. I highly recommend that you do that. I also recommend that you go to the rubric and make sure that you have all of the things for each paragraph and score them yourself. Once you've done that and you feel like your essay is complete, you hit Send to Teacher, and it will send me your essay, and it shows up yellow. I'll show you what that looks like. So see how some of these students have the yellow? That means that they've already turned in their essay. So that's how I know that you've completed your essay. I hope that this helps and that you can play this again. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment on the assignment or send me an email and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Y'all have a great day.